What's up, you guys? Chet-Guthrie, the Dream Poet here, coming to you all from Scottsboro, Alabama. And today, you guys, I am somewhere where I've been curious about for the last couple of years or so, and that is the Unclaimed baggage store. Yes, it's been featured on many news outlets. It was featured on Oprah at one point. And I can't remember what was that late night show host? Anyway, guys, I didn't realize that it was just an hour and a half south of where I live. And I just want to check it out. I have seen some of my favorite vloggers come here, like Jacob the Carpetbagger or Days with Jordan the Lion. This place has an amazing lost baggage museum, a lot of Labyrinth memorabilia, or actually screen used props. Actually, it's not too cold outside. It's still like 21 degrees, but let's check out the outside of the building, and then let's check out the museum. And then we'll walk around the store, and I mean, looks like it's a pretty happening place. Like, for example, they have a pretty nice photo op out here. I didn't realize that it's been here since 1970. That one is surprising on my end. And right beside that photo op, they have this cool one right here. They have an old, I think that's either a Ford or a Chevy. But as you all can tell, it has a lot of baggage, lost baggage on top of it. But this tells a little bit more about the lost baggage store. In the spring of 1970, Hugo Doyle Owens, known as Doyle, heard over his ham radio that Trailways bus lines had a growing stack of unclaimed baggage they didn't know what to do with. Doyle had an idea, struck with a deal, borrowed $300 from his father-in-law and headed to Washington, D.C. He used his dad's 1965 Chevy pickup to bring home his first load of suitcases and sold everything in one day. So I'm guessing this is a recreation of that Chevy. Gotta think it started over $300. You know what? I wonder if that thing runs. Maybe, maybe not. On the inside, they actually look surprisingly pretty darn good. And that's pretty awesome that they have this this mural. Welcome to the Unclaimed Baggage Center. And I am freezing, so let's walk inside. I bet it's as cool as they say it is. I've heard a lot of things about it, and I've seen a lot of vloggers talk about it. And we aren't even inside, like inside. But they already have some amazing like photo ops you can do. Huh. It's like they're playing a video. Huh. Looks like these are actually real though. Not like the one in the Chevy truck outside. Over 90,000 coats and jackets, 3 full suits of armor. I was just talking about what they have in the museum and stuff. I mean, this is cool. This is like museum quality. Second life for every bag. Unclaimed baggage journey. Well, it is a journey, that's for sure. Snap your find. Oh cool, we have a third photo op here. Look what I found at Unclaimed Baggage. So I'm assuming that once you buy something, you can come here and take a photo of some of the stuff that you found. Oh, that's nice. Reclaimed Baggage for Good Foundation. Huh. Looks like it helps people in need. Huh. Looks like that's real too. This is, oh, you also have different sponsors. Yeah, that kind of talks about Reclaimed for Good Foundation. Okay, well, we've seen what's out here in the lobby. So let's check out the museum first at the Unclaimed Baggage Store. Okay, before we check anything else in the store, let's check out the museum. Now this is also an awesome one for all you guys that like the movie Labyrinth. I mean, I've got a few friends that like the movie. I haven't seen it personally, but maybe one of these days I'll check it out. And right over here they have looks like a Tibetan, some kind of looks like it's some kind of horn, a dungchin, 16-foot long Tibetan tumchin. It's made from 3 brass sections that collapse for the travel or storage. The dungchin is known for its incredibly low resonant notes that resemble the call of elephants. These instruments are made from silver, copper, or brass, and pairs of them are used for Buddhist rituals, ceremonies, and temple orchestras. They also commemorate feast days and special occasions. Huh, that's pretty darn neat. Oh, and that's cool. That's what they were talking about outside at the in the lobby. But yes, they have a full set of Roman armor. Now, I doubt that it's from the time period, but I might be wrong. What does it say? Knights during the medieval period. My apologies, not during the Roman. Armor for protection of battle. Early armor was made from chainmail, which remained throughout the Middle Ages. Plate armor, such as the suits displayed here, surpassed chainmail in popularity by the 14th century. Huh, so that's... who knows, maybe that is real. Beside it, looks like they've got some more. Let me see, this is medieval long... this right here is a medieval longsword, as it states. Let me see. Medieval knight or noble would have wielded a longsword like this one. Double-edged longswords were primarily used during the Middle Ages for close hand-to-hand combat on horseback or on foot. Boys began training for knighthood at age 7. That is a big blade. But anyway, let me see, this is parts of a suit of armor. Kind of shows what all that comes with. I think suits of armor like this are like 70-80 pounds. They're kind of hard to work with. And you know it's a lost baggage store when you have some shrunken heads. Although these are replicas of the shrunken heads that came here back in the 1980s. Looks like it was bought by or taken by a doctor, but they still have these on display here. I've seen one of those frog purses before. They typically sell. They're pretty darn expensive. Basketball signed by Michael Jordan. You can see where he signed it. That's probably pretty darn expensive, especially with it being Michael Jordan. And right next to it, looks like you've got a Chinese Dochan, an opium scale. Oh, it looks like this is a rare vintage. Oh, Hermes necklace. Looks like, oh, that's the necklace. And beside it, you've also got a whalebone carving. Looks like it's from a humpback whale. And now I have one of those. It's sitting at my mom's house, but let me see. You never know what you'll find at Unclaimed baggage, but one thing. Huh. Oh. He was safely released in a nearby forest. So that kind of tells a story related to the store. Now that is cool. They have stuff from ancient Egypt. They've got this head mask. Let me see. Fine Egyptian painted wood sarcophagus mask. Oh, looks like it was made from metals such as gold and silver. Then you've got the Egyptian amulet. On top of that, looks like that's an amulet as well. Oh no, that's part of one of their axe heads. Sorry, my bad. And beneath that you have Greek Athena, the owl coin. Let's see, looks like that dates all the way back to 500 to 323 BC. That's an old coin. Oh, and that's awesome. Look at what they have here. They have fine Egyptian painted gilded wood horse hawk sarcophagus. That's pretty awesome. They have that here, and this is ancient Egyptian. In 1980, a weathered Gucci suitcase arrived to Unclaimed baggage. Well, every bag has a story to tell. The contents of this particular suitcase told an unusual story which dated back to 1500 BC. So what I'm assuming is this suitcase contained everything that you see here. Dude, that's crazy. Now that was a really cool display of all that ancient Egypt stuff. Or all those ancient Egypt artifacts, I should say. But they have some, well, newer, older stuff, vintage stuff. Let me see. I've got a full set of apostle spoons. Likely date back as early as 15th century Europe. Oh wow. And on top of that, they've got a rare antique telephone from the late 1800s or early 1900s. Looks like the telephone was introduced in 1919. What I find interesting, look at this microscope. German-made monocular laboratory microscope appears to be an early model produced by Chicago, Illinois-based company Graf Absco. Huh. Looks like they've got some different types of hair cutting tools and whatnot, scissors. Of course, you have the Chinese fan, or actually no, that's a Victorian flirting fan from the 1800s. Beneath that, looks like they've got this is a Blair Hawkeye detective box camera. It's cool how I think this is one of those type of cameras that you would have, like the person would have to wait for like hours just for the camera to develop. I might be wrong on that though, but look at the inside and how it all worked. I mean, that is awesome. And underneath that, you've got a conductor's hat, some different types of tickets, and that's a railway fuse. And that is apparently that's an old train car. And I completely missed this while I was looking in this case, but they have Barbie and Kim jumbo trading cards. So even back in they've always had baseball cards since like the 1880s, 1890s, but or maybe it was like early 1900s, so I'm not too surprised that they have jumbo trading cards of Ken and Barbie. Headwear and accoutrements. Accoutrements? Oh, that's cool. That is that's something that you see in traditional Judaism. And they have a shofar. Again, used for Jewish rituals. And that is a really big menorah. I wonder how old this menorah is. Looks like it doesn't really say. That's a really cool menorah. It's like vintage toddler shoes, old bonnets from a different time period. Looks like 1837 to 1901. Oh, and this one's a cool one for all you Gary Sinise fans. But they have a hat that is signed by him. And beneath that one, they've got a cowboy hat signed by Muhammad Ali. And that's right there. You can see kind of where it was signed. It was signed in 1983. That's really awesome that they have both these. I wonder what story they tell, like how they kind of came to be, or at least here anyway. They have an old vintage deep water diving helmet. Looks like it weighs up to like 30 pounds. And they've also got a Russian gas mask. Let me see. I'm guessing. Oh yeah, looks like this is Vietnamese masquerade or masquerade masks. Oh, that's cool. So these are all Venetian. Very intricate too, might I say. Beneath all of that, let me see. This is a Nitro Circus live helmet. Let me see. It looks like this kind of explains whose it is. But that's a pretty nice helmet. Looks like they've got an Amphibico Dive Buddy camera. Huh. Looks like it can go as deep as 330 feet. That's a pretty impressive little camera right there. And they have one for music. So this one is for all you music fans. Oh, that's cool. See, this is a Chinese guzheng. And this is an Egyptian oud. Oh, it'd be cool to like listen to these things be played. Let's see, this is an Afghan rhubarb. Interesting to see like how that's made. Or kind of like this turkey kamancha. Kind of reminds me of a mix between a banjo and a violin. Probably more closely related to the violin. They've also got bagpipes. And they've also got their traditional kilt. Ireland, I think it's more Scotland. You know what? It'd be cool to learn how to play bagpipes, but I also hear it's kind of hard to play bagpipes. Oh, and that is an Ethiopian begna. Curious though, I'm wondering like how that would sound like if you played it. I think that's mostly, well, obviously I know how bagpipes are played, but I've never really heard how too many of these sound. See, that is a Russian domra. But I have heard that one of these being played. It was a meme on social media for a while. Like there was a little girl that was playing one. These things are, like, they sound really cool. And now that we have seen all this stuff in the museum, let's get to what all you Labyrinth fans like. Here in this case is a dwarf named Hoggle. Hi, I'm Hoggle. Gosh, that's a cool piece of like movie history that they have here, especially with David Bowie. God bless David Bowie wherever you might be. Let me see, how did he wind up here? Let me see. Doesn't really say. But I didn't know that he was created by Jim Henson. Yet another one who left this world too soon. But right here, they've also got one of his heads. Like you can see like the intricacies on how it all worked inside the mind of Hoggle. And this is the original head. You can see like around it. Probably not, but it looks like he came to Unclaimed baggage in 1997, and let me see, they weren't meant to hold up long term, but anyway, it looks like he was commissioned in 2022, by Matt Butler. Huh. That's a lot of interesting history. And look at his original hand. Like, that is so cool to see, like, how, like, all, like, the Hollywood puppetry went in to, like, giving Hoggle a story, a life. And they've also got his helmet. I believe his helmet. But, I need to watch Labyrinth. That'll be my goal to, for the future. They even have a photo album here. Labyrinth, the movie, 1980. And they've got the VHS and the DVD. We've got some more stuff from the movie. Like, I love Hollywood stuff regardless, so all this is all really, really cool that they have this. But now that we've seen that, let's take a look at some more of the notable instruments that they have. Let me see, this is a historic violin from 1770. And for being close to 400 years old, it still looks like it's in great shape. According to company legend, this violin was made by a protege of Stradivarius, one of the finest violin makers at the time. Its label, sounds, and varnish are clues to potential value. An authentic process is currently underway, although the maker, whose name appears to be German, has yet to be identified. So it looks like this violin has an interesting story to it. And the Super 64X harmonica they don't make anymore. Let me see, this is a Chinese 2-string fiddle. That's pretty cool. I think I know how one of those are played. You see them in anime and manga and whatnot. Oh, and that's cool. This one's for you Kings of Leon fans. They have a signed drum head from the band. Okay, that's pretty neat. Like, that's really, really cool. I don't really know too much on the trumpet. And they also have stuff from ancient Africa and Asia, like this terracotta army soldier. It's pretty interesting. It's not like one of the big ones that was found in that tomb some time ago. See, this is a Benin bronze head sculpture from West Africa. And this is a samurai porcelain sculpture. That's really, really well done. Let's see. They have a Dogon bronze horseman figure. Let me see, it doesn't say when it was made. And this is a Katanga cross. Let's see, it's from the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Looks like it tells a little bit more history about it. Let me see, this is a Moroccan Kwamaya Jambia. It's also, well, it's known as a Moroccan dagger to be more simple in it. I think that's also bone that they have at the top there. And all this stuff is fascinating. And last but not least, they do have another case here with various different things, like this big model ship. That's a big model ship. Looks like they've got a sextant. You use those to use those to navigate the stars. Old naval men or old ship people used to use them. And of course, you know, you got the a spyglass. Looks like it was a Dutch. No. Anyway, so they have different types of maritime stuff. Here's at the Lost Baggage Museum. Huh. Playing cards and Russell Crowe, Master and Commander, The Far Side of the World. That's an old movie. That was mind-blowing. Like, there was a lot of history in one spot, and that's like across the board. And it was all brought here to the Unclaimed baggage store. But now let's take a look at the store itself. They've got some pretty cool things here. But real quick, it looks like they also have some more stuff that's scattered throughout the store, or museum stuff. Like this handy headdress. This is from one of Southeast Asia's most isolated traditional minority tribes, and the women who wear these wear them as early as 6 and 7 years old, and they can also weigh up to about 11 pounds for a headdress like that. That's a lot. And by the way, this is the layout of the store in general. Like, you've got women's right here, and you got men's, and well, my favorite part, electronics. I think we're gonna probably start in sporting goods and electronics, just because they've got a lot of cool, like, I love electronics. And these are some really nice paintings that they have here. I'm on my way to the electronics side of things, but look at those paintings. That's really, I kind of wonder what their story is. Looks like this was made in 2017, untitled, shown print above, painted by Jean Michael Biscate, sold for a mind-blowing $110 million at Sotheby's auction. Around that time, several large canvases that appeared to be Basquiat art arrived at our warehouse amongst a load of unclaimed items. Forensics shown the compositions and details are to be true of the artist. And that is this one right here, or at least I believe anyway, so that could be a pretty darn expensive painting right there. But still, these are really awesome pieces of art. Hey, and they also got another photo op area. I kind of like this one. I kind of want to go over and stick my head out of this one. Okay, that's enough messing around. It looks like they've got some stuff from Rhett Turner, Designer to the Stars. Looks like they've got some stuff that were theirs. Like, look at these shoes right here. Those are shiny. Let me see. Rhett was nominated for 21 Emmys with 5 wins. His TV work includes Donnie and Marie, The Jim Knobber Show, Andy Williams Show, Sonny and Cher Comedy Hour, Mama's Family, just to name a few. Rhett also headed NBC Studios wardrobe department for 20 years. And looks like, can you guess who these belong to? Looks like they were found in the Unclaimed Baggage Center in the mid-1980s. Looks like they don't really say whose they were originally, but I bet it was somebody pretty darn famous, especially if it was, if all these were made by Rhett Turner. And that is a very expensive bottle of whiskey. That is $4,000. And in this case, they have a French newspaper that arrived in 1998. But looks like it was published in 1934 and has 336 pages. News from April through December. Norit Blanc states the obvious, the newspaper is black and white. And speaking of art being sold, looks like they've got some art that you can buy right here. Gosh, it's like we're trying to head over to electronics, and it's like we keep getting hit with more awesome stuff. Like this plane right here, that is right beside those paintings. Although I don't think the plane is for sale though. And this is something I might need for the future, but they have sleeping bags. It's like they all kind of vary from different prices. I like my mummy grade sleeping bags because those are the ones that keep the best warmth. Oh cool, and they've got some bowling balls, but obviously my fingers couldn't fit in that. Now, if I had $169, I would buy this, just because it is an inflatable kayak. And it looks like it's one of the good ones, too. They have some really nice jackets here at the Unclaimed Baggage, too. I mean, they're all at decent prices, though. But I imagine, like, probably retail-wise, a lot of these do sell for a pretty penny. Who knows, maybe I'll buy a couple of today. Maybe. Huh. And they've even got some Nike Airs for only about 30 bucks. Those are some very nice shoes too. I mean, they have a lot of nice jackets, like I was saying back there. I don't know, some of them I don't think I could necessarily fit in, but a lot of them I've noticed are mediums and smalls. But you know, oh, that's a nice Patagonia. That's for $80, but that looks like one of those good ones. And I guess it wouldn't be an Unclaimed baggage store if they didn't have the luggage things, the luggage cases to go along with it, like the suitcases and everything else. Huh. That's some really nice artwork. And they've got some different bins of various different things that they have, like this, oh, it's only 15 bucks. That's pretty darn nice. Or these camera stands. Those are actually in really decent shape. Oh, and that's cool. What they have here, it's... Oh, cool. It's a boombox. Well, not a boombox, but a speaker. They've got sportswear, kind of like Sanders or Tennessee Titans. A lot of that sports stuff could probably sell pretty high. Oh. That kind of reminds me of that movie, A Christmas Vacation, you know, the next door neighbors wearing something like that. Hey, and they got boxing gloves too. These are some nice boxing gloves. Looks like they've also got some, ooh, look what happened to that. Well, maybe it's the wheels are supposed to be like that. It's pretty messed up. Hey, Naruto. They got a few more right here as well for about 35, and Maple skateboards. Looks like that one is also $15. Okay, now after a long detour, we have made it to my favorite section, electronics. Like, check this out. Look, they have these tablets for as low as 30 bucks. They're in pretty nice condition too, but they've all got like different types. Like, you know, you got the Amazon tablet look. So, I mean, all these came from lost luggage. Imagine all the kids that were sad losing their tablets and their tablet time, as I and my sister like to say. But yeah, they have all these that you can buy at a pretty good deal. And oh my god, look at all the lost headphones. That is a lot. Like, you know, you often hear about how people lost their headphones. Well, now it makes sense, because they have a whole wall dedicated to headphones you can buy. It looks like, ooh, looks like they've got Pura. I've always kind of needed new headphones, but who knows, maybe I'll go home with a pair today. I mean, because all these are nice. Like I said, there's a whole wall of them. And they've got some various knickknacks over in here, like portable chargers, stuff that you can hang up, or tripods, kind of like this phone one. I mean, I think either that's a portable phone charger, or or maybe one of those, an external hard drive. I think it's probably a phone charger more than or an external phone charger. But yeah, they've got a whole thing of them. A whole darn thing of them. And they even have some bicycles. It looks like these are some pretty darn good bicycles as well. They got that one for $72. And ooh, and that's a pretty nice one. Don't really have a price on it though. But they have the bigger stuff over in here, or some of it, like this Samsung right here. They're about $256. And across the board, I mean, they've got other stuff that across the table. But look at this. Look, they even have like Zelda. And I even saw, oh yeah, Pokemon. Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Sword and, well, not Let's Go Sword and Shield, but they have Sword and Shield. I know that arc ended a couple of years ago. And I don't know if this is for sale, but they have a Ren and Stimpy Buckaroos game from Nintendo. And it's graded as a 9.4. Looks like they've got an FX Pack Pro for $129. Okay, so that's kind of cool that they have that, especially with gaming history. And you know what? You always hear about the kid that cried because he lost his Nintendo Switch. Well, this is how many that have been lost throughout that time. A lot of crying kids lost their Switch. And a lot of sad rednecks lost their guns. I think those are mostly BB guns though. And oh my goodness, that is one shiny turntable. Also got some records up there too. Don't really know a whole lot about the Everly Brothers. And oh my goodness, they have even more laptops. Like this Dell for $277. Or this Dell for $344. So they have some really nice laptops in here. Like $239.99. Those are some, like I said, those are some nice Hewlett Packards that they got. I don't know, maybe if they have the right memory, I might get one. Maybe. That's about what they have in this case, right? Ooh, they even have Apple stuff. But you know, apples are always expensive and kinda overrated if you ask me. And how many times can you say that someone has lost their phone, only to have it wind up at unclaimed baggage? These are some nice phones too. Nicer than the one I got, that's for sure. Like, really cool. Like these Samsung Galaxies, they do last a long time. And look, they have more headphones. Hey, and they even sell 10-gallon water hats. Well, or I should say cowboy hats. It's like they all kind of vary different prices. What is this one? Ooh, $71. Well, indeed, those are some nice cowboy hats. And now you know it's a really good store when you see Rolexes. My grandfather had one. They're always cool to look at, I'll say that much. But it does look like they have various different watches at different prices. Like this one is for everything about $100 and up, or 60 to 100. And this one is 100 to 2 or 100 to 300. I mean, those are some beautiful watches. Oh, and that's nice. They've got some more painted luggage here. Let me see. Works of art for foster kids. Love luggage. Huh. I guess these were painted by foster kids. Or to support foster kids. I mean, these are still beautiful. Like, I like the gorilla. That one's pretty nice. Or the cow being abducted. And the giraffe. Oh, that's neat. They even have a paper mache Tinkerbell. I don't know where they got that one from, but it's pretty darn cool regardless. Those are pretty expensive too. You know what, you guys? I totally forgot to do an outro for this video. It's been about an hour and a half driving home, but you know what? That was totally worth it. But anyway, you guys, remember to make sure to like and subscribe for more awesome videos. Peace, you guys.